Alright, so here's mine. Poly G-Funk 2000 actually put a video out 2 weeks ago or so that kind of inspired me to finally finish this. This is my VW Beetle conversion, 1/6 scale. I got a lighter I can use for scale anyways. They're pretty big, as you can see. But I took a, what was a ECX amp, 1/10 scale, and split the chassis in two, added some extra pieces, and bolted some stuff with some big nuts and bolts and everything in there, and got her all strapped in there. So it's now rear engined. I got a brushless setup in there. It's running 3S, which is actually strapped up under the hood in here. Everything's cleared out. See the shock tires and everything all in there. Sorry for the kind of... Oh, turn some light on here. There we go. So I can see in there a little bit better. You can see all the strut tires and everything. I modified the shocks because the ones from the ECX amp were just, they weren't enough. So I took some springs off of an MO3 that I had, and just made them really short and down at the bottom, and now it's got some suspension. It's a little bouncy. I gotta put some slightly different springs in it. Yeah, a little bit better look in the back here. You can still see the original drivetrain from the ECX amp, desert buggy in there, 2-wheel drive. Everything underneath, the original chassis plate from it. She's screwed and glued and bolted in. Same thing with the front. It's actually got a couple bolts to go through. I've inverted the front bumper to make the attachments underneath of there. As you can see, cut out just the front plate. Most of the center plate's gone. I just retained the side pieces, which I bolted to the body so that I can use, so I can still attach everything together and still maintain the chassis through the middle. ESC is mounted there with a little power extension wire that goes through there. The receiver I just have tucked up in there for the moment. You can just see it right in there. See the same thing with the shocks a little bit in the back here. Actually, you might be able to see them. Actually, I suppose you can see a little bit down here what I did. You can see I just put a stopper at the top and then put the spring in, and then the stopper at the bottom, so the spring is only just for the actual post is for the suspension in there. I'll have to get another video again because I'm waiting to get some double-sided tape so that I can attach the camera to the head-tracked FPV mount that's mounted in the seat. It runs off of my headset right here that I bought, and I made a small Arduino head tracker out of a MPU 9250 or GY 9250 and Arduino Nano. Got that off of the DIY head tracker post over on RC forums or whatever it is. I can't remember the actual website and stuff. So headset was alright, just $100 Canadian for it. Just a little 480 by 500 or whatever. The eSheen EV800D is what it is. It's got the built-in DVR and stuff. Works pretty decent. Got a little camera for a little wolf whoop camera off of Amazon. Got that from AliExpress. The ECX amp I bought used for $30. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Still maintains most of the stock. You can see the nuts there that hold part of the chassis plate on. The other ones are actually hidden behind the back seat. The rear strut tower, as you can see in the back here, at the top is a couple extra arms that I put across there to actually attach it to the rest of the body so that it doesn't wobble anymore. It's nice and solid in there. Took it for a little rip in the kitchen earlier on, and it was doing donuts like a madman, leaving black marks on the tile. Yeah, I intend to get a servo hooked up to make the steering wheel turn with the front wheels as well. I got a micro servo for that. I just got to get the arm up and hooked up on that. Just add a little more of the realism. This is just the first iteration. I plan to eventually lower the suspension on it, cut out the arches, extend the arches, put some drift tires on it and turn it into a drift machine, RGB lights and stuff like that underneath, and you know, puking rainbows and everything. I'm gonna hook up a light kit on it here soon. I have one in another RC car that I will sacrifice for this, It's the open source lights set up with an Arduino, so it has all the brake lights, backup lights, turn indicators that all work and everything. Just for that added realism, just because of how realistic the actual vehicle is itself. So this thing's a great little project. I started working on it actually really about 2 days ago. So when I started doing a lot of the heavy work on it, I had some other things I was kind of playing around with it, but yeah. It'd be cool to get a little digital display in there running off of GPS to show the speed and everything when you got the headset on. No need for an OSD or anything, but yeah, there she is. She still maintains as much of the stock look outside. Obviously she's pretty lifted. There is some serious clearance underneath of there. Again, there's the lighter for standard big lighter for how much clearance is underneath of that thing. It's she's got some clearance, but yeah, that's been the project. I run the head track, and it'll run off of the radio that's on it on my FlySky i6. I may actually switch it over to my i6X, but that's a little extra stuff. The radio itself that I use is a DX4C right there to run the car. Yeah, that's another one of the projects I was working on. I got some retractable landing gear on a flight test Spitfire that I made. Gonna be working on the Master Series here soon. No, that thing's so much better, but yeah, it's essentially this setup. So that'll end up sitting in a book bag. So I got the headset on running it, and or I'll just get a lanyard for that controller and run that one with the gun to run the car. So yeah, I'll get another video and do an update when I actually get a chance to give it a rip. It's like 11, well, it's midnight now actually, so which will yeah, just turned midnight. So yeah, I'll get a chance tomorrow to hopefully get it out for a rip if the weather's pretty good. Greasy fingerprints all over it again, but whatever. But yeah, there we go. That's my project on it. Thanks to Poly G Funk 2000 for giving me the inspiration to finish off my build. Well, version 1 anyways, so other minor changes to turn it into a drift machine. Did some wider fender flares, drop it down, get some epoxy. I'll probably make it more look, because it's got the fin like the RSI version on it, but it doesn't have the RSI body style, and that's what I'm going to probably make it look more like. So I'll extend these out a little bit more with the putty and extend the wheel arches out. Of course, drop it down, cut out the arches to get that extra room in there and extend them out on front and back, and do something about a little extra steering radius. Plus also the caster on those is pretty wild, because it was the buggy, right? If you notice, when it goes down, they actually go back instead of straight up and down like the back ones. Actually, like, but that's all just little things. I'll probably change up the front end steering when I go to actually make it into a drift machine. I'll use bits and pieces from what's there and straighten stuff and add some extra steering angle on it. But for the moment, she works pretty good from what I've seen just driving it around in my little itty bitty kitchen here. But anyways, yeah, there we go. Hope you kind of enjoyed this video. It's wish I had a little bit more documented what I'm going through, what I went through making it, but you got to kind of get the gist of what I did. A lot of melting holes, drilling holes, screwing, figuring, mounting stuff. So, but yeah, it's gonna be sweet. Already is sweet. Thanks for watching.